So I start going upstairs.
Oh my God.
I start going upstairs. There's four or five kids coming, running out, putting their clothes on. And
Wait. They were naked?
Yeah.
How old were they?
High school. I mean, it's
No.
kind of hard to tell nowadays, but they
Was
were
it just like
definitely high
two
school.
kids up there?
No,
Like a
no,
girl
it's
and a guy?
five. 3 boys and 2 girls. So the girls like putting their bra on. It was
They were all naked?
naked. You know, like.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Behind the Lockbox. I'm Stephanie Zalowski. Cam is gone this week, but she will be back in 2 weeks. But today, we have Priscylla Connelly with us.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you. I'm good. She is an agent with Coldwell Banker here in La Jolla. And per her Instagram, she is a Brazilian attorney turned realtor. I'm going to need to maybe hear about your past life a little bit. She has been in the business for 17 years, which she just told me her age. And I was like,
Oh gosh,
I
let's
thought
not
we were
go
the same.
there.
But you look good for it. Let me just say that. You're an auntie to a beautiful niece.
I am obsessed with her.
I just became an aunt, and I am also
The best. I love it.
I can't wait. Like I was born for this role. I really think that.
Same.
But Priscilla, welcome to Behind the Lockbox.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you for being here. And we've talked about this for a while.
We have.
We've had some of our other mutual friends on.
Yes.
And we are in a couple of mastermind groups together, and we just kind of cross paths a lot.
Reba, everyone.
Everywhere. I know. I love it.
Yes.
So when you walked in, you told me 3 stories, and I'm going to let you start in whatever order you want. But I was like, holy shit. So she brought it today, guys, just to let you know. So where do you want to start?
I don't know.
You could start in the order that you told me. Isn't that the first one, the sad one?
The sad one. Yeah, let's start with the sad one, and then we'll go with the spicy one.
Exactly.
After.
And then we'll get the weird, wild one out of the way. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah.
So it was right in the beginning of my career, actually. Okay. It was back in 2009 because beginning of my career, I worked with a developer that was doing a lot of condo conversions. Okay. And then
again, when our economy, took a dump. So, yes, exactly.
So then he went on to flipping homes.
Okay.
And so back then we were getting acquiring properties at the auction.
Yes.
At the steps. So he had a team that would drive by the property.
That was wild. You were actually going to the auctions.
I did. It was very intimidating.
I never went because I was working in foreclosure at that time for the bank, though, for Bank of America.
Yeah.
And so I would be like, I would, do all the stuff to get it ready for auction and then do the stuff after or whatever, but I never went to the auction. No, so I can't imagine.
Go a few times. It was intimidating.
Intense.
I mean, it was a bunch of guys. There were investors that had a team of 10.
Wow.
Betting.
Yeah, it was a whole different world back then.
You would get there, they'll take a picture of you. I don't know why. And they kept looking at you and you're on the phone. It was intense.
Oh my God.
It was very intense.
That's hysterical.
So
okay.
I did go a few times, but so my what I did for him was we'll get the list the day before.
Okay.
He will highlight the properties that he was going to go after.
Sure.
And I'll run the comps for him so we know how far we could go and all that.
Right.
So he got this property in Del Cerro.
Okay.
The next step will be, we'll go to the property. We knew that was occupied.
Okay. So somebody was living in it.
Somebody was living in it.
Was it the homeowner or was it a tenant?
So we don't know. In this case, it was the homeowner.
Okay. But you don't always know if it's a tenant or a homeowner.
Know. You never know. It could be anything.
Okay.
Because of that, he was always prepared to cash for keys. We always offer a little incentive to help.
Sure.
They're going
cash for keys.
It
was a big thing back then. Yep.
So we went prepared to offer the homeowner cash for keys.
Sure.
Super nice guy. We knock on the door. He opens the door.
Did he knew?
He knew what was going on foreclosure, but he didn't know that my client had that the auction day was that day and my client bought the house.
Wow.
So we showed him the piece of paper. Hey, we just bought this property, and we're like, how long do you need to
move out?
And here we're gonna give you a little help. I believe at that time it was $3,000,
which we just talked about this a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Like that is especially in today's day and age, like, can you imagine? Like, that is nothing. And even back then, it was nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I saw some where they were being offered $5,000, $10,000, sometimes 20, but like,
it was on the situation. It depends. Yeah. This one, we started off at 3,000. And he's like, no, I don't need any money.
Okay.
It was very nice. Very, very nice. Like, I don't need any money. It was Memorial Day weekend that week.
Okay.
It was on a Tuesday, so we knew there was a holiday coming.
Right.
And he was like, if you can only give me this week until Tuesday.
After the holiday.
Sure. I'll be out of here. And then we told him, we said, hey, whenever you want to leave, just leave behind. We'll take care. We just want to make it very easy for you.
Which is great that this investor was so nice.
No, he was very it's already a struggle. It's already heartbreaking.
It is.
So
and to have to knock on there and be like, hi, I just purchased your home. Like, you gotta go. Like, and of course they know it's coming, but it's still very difficult.
Very difficult. Yeah. And then he was like, no, I don't even need the money. So we're like, no, when we're here Tuesday, 10 a.m.
We'll give you the money.
We'll get the keys. We'll change the locks.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right.
So week goes, we're like, oh my God, this was easy.
Yeah.
Usually there was a lot of drama, cursing, and
sometimes you're like, was that too easy? Like, I don't know.
Yes. No, we were like, oh my God. And even it broke my heart because I'm like, oh my God, this man, I feel so bad. Mm-hmm. But we went, week goes, Tuesday, my client, me, and 2 contractors goes to the property.
Okay.
As we were walking towards the front door, the smell was horrible.
Oh God.
It was awful. And
like, what kind of smell?
Like someone that died and it's been there forever, like.
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay.
It was just,
again, you had just seen this guy a week before.
And
it looked like maybe he was moved out.
No. So that was the thing. We're knocking on the door. All the windows were closed.
Like blinds were
drawn. Yeah.
Okay. And you're like,
his car was in the driveway. Oh. It looked like nothing was done.
Like you were like, wait a minute. This guy promised he'd be gone and we're here with the money. And like, we're here to
the smell. My client, I was so naive. Like I didn't even cross my mind that, what comes
somebody
next.
might be dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh my God, the smell is horrible. And we knock on the door lightly. Nothing.
Was there any pets on the premises?
No. Okay. No pets. Nothing.
Okay.
So we knock on the door. Nothing. Knock a little heavy. Nothing. And then my client was like, well, technically I own the house.
So he can go in.
So let's just break in.
Right.
So they go to the truck, get something.
Right. Or a crowbar,
something.
Right.
Opens the door. So I'm right behind my client. I just see a hand hanging like this. And my client looked at me and he's like, Priscilla, go to the car right now. And I'm like, no, I want to see what's going on. And he's like, Priscilla, go to the car right now. He
didn't want you to see it.
He didn't want me to see it. No.
What happened?
Well, he was dead. He ended his life. And for what the sheriff said, probably, the autopsy said it probably happened the day that we went there, that day.
Because he had been
and the way the body was like.
Correct. It starts to
decompose and everything.
Right.
That's
they
why
can
the
tell.
smell.
They can tell time of death. Yeah. If the stench was that bad, it was for sure like a week.
No. Yeah. My client was like, I do not want you to see this.
I'm glad that he protected
No, he was very protective. Yeah, he was very nice. But it was just so devastating. And then we had to find a family member.
How old was he?
He was probably his early 60s.
So not that old.
No, not that old. And we had to go through his stuff.
Oh, yeah. Then you got to find is there a phone? Is there a phone number? Is there a phone book? Like back then, I mean, people still had home phones.
Exactly.
Right.
And I mean, you buy these homes through auction. You have no history. There's no disclosures, nothing.
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 You don't know anything.
Nothing.
And a lot of times when they were vacant, stuff was left behind or stuff was destroyed. And so you are cleaning out properties to then redo them and resell them or whatever. Yeah. How did he kill himself?
He took a bunch of pills.
Okay, so it wasn't.
And just basically he laid on the couch. No, he didn't. No, it was.
That's so sad.
But it was really sad. It was so devastating. And then we found his son. We had to. Oh God. Now the son didn't want anything to do with the father. It was something
see, here's the thing. There was probably other circumstances, and then this just probably did it in where he was like, unfortunately have left.
I called the son and then told him, hey, this is what happened. There's a lot of personal belongings. We want to know what you wanted to do.
Sure.
We'll give you a couple weeks.
Something, right.
But he was like, no, just
haul it all away. They obviously didn't have a relationship. Yeah.
Nothing.
Gosh, when Jekka was on, she had, I mean, you guys know you're really good friends. Like,
yes.
She had 2 clients that and I'm like,
oh, I remember.
And it was during those times because you guys were working here.
We were working. Yeah. And we basically, Jack and I, we have the same with the flippers.
Yeah, because you guys did all that stuff.
Did all that
point.
stuff.
Yeah.
And well, I remember one of hers because we used to share an office at our old office.
Oh, no way.
And I remember when she got the call that one of her clients.
It's so sad because, again, these people, like, you feel for them. We were going through such a hard time as a country.
Yes.
And it was just, all new to us, and the economy is tanking, and
it was all a learning curve for everyone, to navigate that market and the economy. I mean, everything. It was devastating.
Yeah, it's not unlike what we've been going through the last few years, but very different.
It was very different,
but just wild.
And that's why he was such a nice man. Like going there, he was very calm.
Yeah,
very calm.
He might have already had it.
I think he hadn't planned. I think it was something. It was like I have nowhere to go.
Right.
And
like, what's the point?
Yes.
Yeah. Gosh, that's so sad though.
Because I had another one too, where that one, the lady contacts us to sell her house.
Oh, wow.
She had a little bit of equity, but
she
was very behind on her.
She needed to get it out.
She needed to sell, and she wanted someone cash. And the house, I mean, you go inside the house, it was just a little hallway. I was just cluttered.
There was like
everywhere.
a path,
where you walk.
Hoarding a little bit.
She would sit in a chair like this. It was like a bouncing chair,
and that was it.
And we gave her 30 days and nothing. And then one day I'm like, we need you to move,
right?
Because we're holding your funds and you're losing money,
right?
Like,
right.
We need the house. You gotta go,
right?
And she looked at me. She's like, "Can you get me a plane ticket to North Carolina?" I'm like, "Sure. Do you have family there?"
Yeah, why are you going there?
She's like, well, I do. I think I can find someone.
You're like, what?
So I'm like, yeah, I'll get you a ticket to North Carolina, drop her off at the airport. I honestly don't know any. We told her, she's like, can I leave everything behind?
You dropped her, and that's it. You've never heard from her again.
She asked me if I could drop her off at the airport, because you build a relationship with this people.
Of course. I mean, we do it now.
Yes. I'm like, sure. I mean, whatever you need, I'm here for you.
And you were trying to make it easy on her. Because, again, what she's going through.
Yes. My client paid for her plane ticket, and then, so yes, it's a lot. I mean, we're more than realtors.
It's true.
People have no idea.
They don't have any idea.
Yes.
And the stuff that we have to go through and deal with and see, and like even in today's normal market, if that's what you want to call it right now, like the emotions are high. They're always high because
they're always high.
Like, where are you going to go? Like, we're in my home right now. Like, what would you do? Can you imagine if like that was happening and like you couldn't make the mortgage and all, and you have a family or you don't have a family or you have kids that are involved or whatever, like, I just can't imagine. I can't imagine going through that. And then again, people were losing their jobs. The economy was bad. It wasn't just like a bad real estate market. No, with inflation like we're dealing with now. It was bad. Everything was bad.
Yeah.
It was insane.
It was really insane. It was,
wow.
Yeah. It was really sad.
Oh, man. Well,
but we remodeled the house. Turned out beautiful. Sold it. And
there's always usually
an upside.
Yes,
exactly.
there is. Yes. Okay.
But yeah, it was tough. But I mean, that's what makes real estate exciting too.
I agree. I mean, every day is something different. And, I mean, just when you think you've figured almost all of it out, you're in the middle of a transaction and I'm like, well, what do I do with this? This has never come up in 10 years. Like, what do I do? Like,
I know.
And you're phoning a friend or like calling your broker and being like, what do I do with this? Like, this just happened to me this week. And I was like, I don't know what to do. Like,
I'm thankful for our mastermind groups.
Me too. And I'll tell you, it's even just given us a space, like you and I met through that.
Yes.
And it's given us a space to be honest with each other and talk about what's going on. Like, we as agents, like, perception is reality, right? Like, everyone always thinks you're doing, especially in today's day and age with social media, everyone thinks you're doing better than you are, which fine, great, but it's a highlight reel. It's not real life. And our job is very stressful.
It is. We feel all the emotions in one day. All of them.
All of them.
It's exciting. It's scary. It's terrifying.
We're stressed. And then we have our own concerns to worry about along with our clients. But like theirs comes first. And so it's a lot of emotion to manage.
I agree.
And, we don't always talk about it enough. And
I don't think we talk about it. I mean, our
really at all.
We are very honest.
Yes, we are. But in the normal day to day,
no, everybody just wants to show the beauty of it.
And I'm not like that. You know what I mean?
I'm not either.
Again, I said this last week. It's part of the reason I started this because people love to hear crazy stories, just like they love to watch reality TV. I'm the biggest fan. I love reality TV.
Oh,
do you watch Bravo?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God, we have to talk about this later. Oh my God, obsessed. We have so much to catch up on. Okay. Anyway, so I digress. But we love that, right? But then there was the other side of it where again, people don't really realize what we go through.
It's so many moving parts.
Basis. It's insane. And people are or in the day and age of all of the iBuy stuff and the Redfin and all those, it's okay, try that, but good luck. There's so much to manage. And we make the money that we make, which is not always a lot, by the way. Once you've paid taxes, once you pay everything.
I think we make a lot. The time you spend, the investment that you make, because we don't get paid until
and if something doesn't sell, you don't get paid.
We don't get paid.
That's it. I mean, that is it. And so when you add up, I mean, I closed a deal recently that I was if I actually added up my time over the last year and a half, I would have made triple this. When you've got taxes, when you've got this, when you overhead, you have all these things
the fees that we pay to our brokers and everything.
All of it, And so again, it's we're not complaining. We love it or we wouldn't be doing it.
No, I love it. And that's what makes the job exciting.
It's true.
We're realtors,
we're not typical
therapists.
Yes.
But we get to see beautiful homes.
Yes.
A little bit
we get spoiled in some aspects. For sure. But there are these other sides that even just my mom listening, she's like,
I know.
What? And I'm like, Mom, I know. You know what I mean? It is insane some of the stuff we see and go through. Behind the Lockbox is sponsored by Property Showcase Group. Property Showcase Group has a team of creatives, directors, producers, editors, marketing specialists, and designers that work in tandem to tell and share stories of the built environment. Whether you're looking for full-service production or simply just in content creation, Property Showcase Group can help take your business to the next level. To learn more or to contact Property Showcase Group to schedule a consultation, you can find them at propertyshowcasegroup.com. That's spelled PropertyShowcasegroup.com. PropertyShowcaseGroup.com. So speaking of some of the insane things.
So which one should I tell first?
I feel Save the rooster for last because I don't know much. All she said is there's a man with a rooster, and I was like,
God, that was
okay. Tell the other one first.
So I got this listing in Cardiff by the sea, new construction, gorgeous home. It was about 4,000 square feet.
Wow. Was it kind of up on one of the higher streets?
No, it's actually the location of the house wasn't the greatest.
Okay.
So it was right by the freeway.
So for anyone who doesn't know, that area off Birmingham.
Yeah, it was off Birmingham.
It was off Birmingham.
Yes.
Some of those houses, there's a hill and there's houses up off the freeway and then it goes down towards the water. And and it was on the back side. This was
on the back side,
facing the freeway, facing the five.
Facing the five.
Which some of those houses are still. We drive by and I'm like, damn, that's a nice house as you're passing the freeway. But
from the freeway, you could see the house.
It.
Yeah.
Okay.
So gorgeous home. So I'm like, okay, I need to throw a mega open house. Get as many people here as I possibly can. Make it people talk.
Yeah.
And get an offer.
100%.
So
how long ago was this?
It was 3 years ago.
So a pretty decent busy market.
Yeah.
Right before things.
Market.
Was it in 2020 or before COVID?
It was end of 2019.
Okay, so right before COVID hit.
Yeah.
So we were in a decent market back then. Yeah.
I mean, it was a decent market.
Yeah. It didn't take off like it did in COVID, but it was it was a good one.
It was decent.
Yeah.
Interest rate was good. So now it was a decent market, but I'm like,
lower than it is now.
Yes.
We're like 8%.
8%.
Like guys, it hit 19 in the 90s and 80s, but anyway. Yeah.
But so I'm like, I have to throw a mega open house.
Right.
So I got Seaside Market to cater.
Oh, Cardiff Crack
tacos.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
You know.
Exactly.
Yep.
drinks. I got a server. I went all out.
Wow.
Music. No, I went all out. Invite all the neighbors. I had about 185 people at that open house.
That is phenomenal.
It was phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
So I was super busy organizing this. Yes. And I don't have a team. I'm a solo agent. Yep. So I am the day before.
It takes a lot of planning.
It takes a lot of planning. Mm-hmm. I go to Costco. I buy sodas, drink. I serve wine. Yeah. I shouldn't say that, but I did.
Yeah, we can't. Some people do mimosas. Yeah.
So we had wine. We had mimosas. And so I went to Costco. I'm like, let me drop this off because tomorrow's going to be extremely busy. It's the day
and you don't want to be sweating when you're like traipsing shit up to the kitchen and you want to get everything settled. Yeah.
Get everything chill already. Yep. So I stopped by the house. It was already dark. It was around 8 p.m.
Okay. And you're coming in and out quite a bit of the house. So like you felt safe going there. And it's Cardiff is a safe area. It's safe.
So I never even think.
Right.
So I pull over. There was no gate. So the house, there was no gate. So I parked my car, opened the front door, and I'm like, I hear a noise upstairs. And the lights were on.
Which is like so terrifying because I know we talked earlier, you might tell one of these stories, but we've both walked in where there's like homeless people in the house or a squatter or like it's terrifying as a female.
I walk on the homeless person taking a shower.
Hey, at least they were showering. Like the last one I walked, I almost walked in on one and we had to like call the cops from outside, but they were like doing drugs in the living room and I could see them and I was like, oh my God, like terrifying, terrifying. Like, and listen, people have been attacked by like homeless people, like jumping out of the closet or whatever, you know what I mean? Like it's terrifying. So anyway, my heart would sink too.
No, and we get protective of our listing, so we don't even think. Like run.
That's how. Yeah, you're like, who's here? Like
that was.
Is that what you did?
Is anybody there? Who's here? So I start going upstairs.
Oh my God.
I start going upstairs. There's four or five kids coming, running out, putting their clothes on, and
wait. They were naked.
Yeah.
How old were they?
High school. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell nowadays, but
was it just like two kids up there?
No, it was 4 or 5. 3 boys and 2 girls. So the girls like putting their bra on.
They were all naked?
Naked. And I'm like,
why did they run past you on the stairs?
They knocked me down. So you know when you fall like sitting in the in a step?
On the stairs, you're like,
and I was like, what the hell? What's going on here? Who are you? And they just ran through the back door, which that's how they got in.
Was it unlocked or did they break something?
No, it was unlocked.
Okay.
And so they ran out and I was like trying to catch myself, stand up. And then I'm like, oh my God, what did just happen? So I called my client and I was like,
you don't have kids, right? Like, were your kids just here? Like, what the hell?
I was like, do you know? And my first thought was like, oh my God, the contractors, they were having a little party here.
Oh God, like right. And because you didn't really, it didn't register with you maybe how old they were at the time, right?
Nothing.
Like people were running past
just running past me.
Okay.
And then I called and was like, gee, I just got to the house and it was beautifully staged and everything. And this happened.
No.
And I was like,
no, it was staged.
Yes. He's like, what? I'm coming in right now. He's like, call the cops. So I called the cops. 2 minutes later, the cops showed up. I told the cops and the cops like, what are you doing inside the house by yourself?
You're like, well, this is my listing. I'm protecting it at all costs.
I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? Just leave? Some people just broke into it.
Yeah.
And he's like, did you go to the bedroom upstairs? I'm like, no, I didn't have the courage to go all the way there. So I'm here outside waiting.
Yeah, sure.
So he's like, well, we go to the bedroom.
Oh, God.
There's probably 5.
Which it was staged. It was the primary bedroom?
The primary
bedroom. So it had a bed, like a real bed in there, and it was like beautifully staged.
Beautifully staged.
A very expensive home. This is not an air mattress on the table.
The stage was gorgeous. Expensive furniture because
it's not just like cheap rental, but like they used
it was furniture. Real. Yeah, like real nice. So we go in the bedroom. There was a tripod, so they were filming.
Shut
themselves.
Up.
Condoms, like I don't even know how many condoms. Like it's gonna be kind of gross. Like dirty condoms on the floor, probably like 4. Yes.
Okay, at least they were using protection, but ew.
Now and all kinds of things, handcuffs, all kinds of stuff.
Wait, but they were in high school. Like what? I'm
they catch them. It was high school. Did. Yeah, they found them. They were running like, and then
stupid. Was the camera rolling? Like, were they on camera? Like, did they leave all of that evidence?
No,
behind?
They grabbed whatever was in the tripod. They just left the tripod, but then we ended up finding them because as they were running, they dropped a backpack, and then there were so they took fingerprints and everything. We ended up finding the
at their
kids.
parents' house. They're like, "Hi, your child was filming a sex tape in the house down the street." Like, what?
What were you thinking?
What were you thinking?
Yes.
No way.
Yes. But I mean, the stuff that we found, I'm like, I was like, how many times did they do? I mean, I was like, impressive. But I was like,
and they're so young.
And the bathtub, there was a beautiful bathtub in the bathroom. It was full. So they used the
They were going to make a bath.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Insane.
Oh
yes.
my God. Oh my God.
No, it was
wow.
High school kid.
Which is, again, this is very upsetting. Like, where are their parents? You know what I mean? Like, what?
Yes.
In high school, I was just like going to the mall with my girlfriend, shopping at Hollister.
I know. Feel me? I'm like, what? Really?
So scared. Like,
I know.
Oh my God. That is insane.
It's insane.
And this was just a few years ago.
3 years ago.
Wow.
No, and Cardiff by the sea. Who will know?
I mean, you would not think walking into that house that was going to be the case.
Well, after this happens, obviously the neighbors came out and said, "Oh, what happened?" You know,
right?
Because they all saw the construction, they saw the staging, they saw.
So they were local, weren't they?
All local kids.
They were all around Cardiff.
All around Cardiff.
So they knew, they're like, "Ooh, this is a brand new house. It's vacant."
Well, the neighbors said this is not the first time I hear noises. Like I know kids are coming here and partying. So
you're like, could you have called me?
That's what I told. Like, we were like, well, my for sale sign is there. There's my phone number. You could have called me.
You see lights on it, kids inside. Like, you got to know this is not me doing an open house at 8 p.m. on a Saturday night. Wow.
I know. And then, the cops were nice enough that they're like, okay, from now on, I'll make sure that I'll drive around.
Sure. Like the local patrol.
Local patrol. And if anything happens, I promise I'll give you a call if I see any.
Right. And then you guys try to lock it down like Fort Knox, but I mean, you can only do so much. I mean, hopefully after that, they were like, obviously they would not come back, but.
No, I mean, I don't think they came back after that because they
So
got
then the
caught.
next day you're like, hi, welcome into the sex dungeon.
Yes, exactly. You guys have no idea.
You have no idea what transpired here last night at 10 p.m. Like,
have a mimosa.
Here's a glass of wine.
Exactly.
Take it up to the primary. Like, oh my God.
Someone broke into it.
That's hysterical.
It was hysterical. The bed was all
disheveled.
Stuff
I mean, clearly there was stuff that went on then.
Oh, for sure.
Because you said that.
Well, God knows how long they were there. Because I showed up I think it was around 8 p.m., 8:30, something like that.
Oh my God.
So they probably, I don't know, it was getting dark earlier because we already had the time change.
Right.
Because it was in November.
Oh, yeah. So by 8 p.m., it's pitch black.
Pitch black. Yeah, it was pitch black. So
wow.
Maybe, yeah. And then it was just the things we see.
Oh, it's insane.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Okay. I think we have time for one more story.
One more?
Yeah. And I really want you to,
do it.
Okay. All she said to me was there was like a man that showed up with a rooster. Okay. Explain. Where were you? What were you doing?
So 2008, I got a listing.
We're going back.
The beginning of our careers
were
just
insane.
the best.
Yes. Yeah. It's
That's
true.
Where the stories are.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're naive. You're like, whatever. Like,
yeah, you don't even, you're like, oh my God.
It's fine. Yeah. It's not fine. Anyway.
Not fine.
Okay.
But I got this 29 units listing.
Okay.
Partially 23 were new development and 6 condo conversion in Linda Vista.
That's amazing.
It was, yes.
That's a big deal.
No, it was a big deal. Yes.
Yeah.
It was a big deal.
Yep.
And then, so the front units, there was 3 front units, they were done. So we used those as a model home.
And
and 20 units in the back were they were kind of still finishing, under construction a little bit.
Okay.
So I put my office into a standalone unit that was fully done.
Okay.
Put my office there because I had to be there every day.
Right.
In order to
I've done that
those
too at
sold.
one of our developments.
Yes.
Yep.
So one beautiful afternoon,
you're there
holding my open house. I'm there, happy as could be.
Unbeknownst to me, you was about to walk through the door.
Yes, it was. I was even happier because it was about to be done. Like I was around 5:30. I was
ready to go home.
I had closed the back units.
Okay.
Getting ready to go home.
Yeah.
It was on a Friday.
Okay.
I'm never gonna forget that. Because I'm terrified too. Here walks this man. Cowboy boots, cowboy hat.
Okay.
Holding a rooster as a pet.
And by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, Linda Vista is not like farm community.
No.
Like it's down by Fashion Valley. Like it's center of town. Like,
yes.
I mean, I guess there's no HOAs right there. Like you could have a couple chickens in your backyard. So, all right. A cowboy walks in with a rooster. Okay.
Cowboy walks in with a rooster. And I had that gut feeling. I'm like, oh my God,
something was weird.
Something's weird.
Okay.
And
so it wasn't just funny. Like you felt like
no, it's funny now. At that time, it was terrifying. Like
it's like who walks around with a
rooster? Yeah, it was just something weird about
something was weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he walks in, and then I'm like, "Can I help you?" And he asked me, "What
are you lost? Are you looking for the chicken feed store? It's down the street." Like what?
Exactly. And then he asked me if I could show him the back units, and I'm like, "No, it's all closed. I don't have the keys." I don't know why we think fast.
We do think fast. Right? And if we feel something, we're like, oh, you know what? Sorry, no, my partner just left with the key. I don't know what to tell you. Like, yeah.
So I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't have the keys anymore. But I'm like, I'm going to step outside. You feel free to look at this unit here.
Oh, you felt like you had to step outside.
Oh, totally. Yes.
Oh, wow.
That was one thing that my father used to tell me. I mean, if you're in danger, because we're very exposed.
We are too. So my dad gave me a book when I was 18 called The Gift of Fear. And I've never forgotten that book. And there's things that are burned in your memory. And like, again, as women in the business, I mean, my grandpa tells me all the time, like they want us to you need to be aware of your surroundings. Yes. And if you have a visceral reaction, like I've had one guy walk into an open house where I physically started to sweat and feel hot in my stomach. I was like, something is wrong. Like, and I was like, oh, my partner's calling. Like, I'm going to step out. And I waited. Yeah. He was like sweaty and weird. And like,
guy, I felt something in my gut.
Yeah. Something was wrong. Something was wrong.
And it's something about me. I'm terrified of Rooster's chicken. I'm terrified.
So wait, maybe it was the rooster.
Yeah, I don't know. They're both.
That's hysterical. My best friend is also afraid. Well, she's afraid of all birds, but yes.
For me,
she's like, it'll peck me to death. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so you understand her fear. Okay.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
And so I felt something. So I'm like, I'm going to step outside. And it's like, no. So I'm like, no, take a look. If you have any questions, I'll be outside.
Got a phone call, right?
So and then I was like, oh, someone's calling me. Go downstairs because it was on top of a garage. This unit, so it had a.
So I don't even like that because there's kind of one way in, one way out. So I tend to kind of keep myself like back up towards the door, and like get out. Yeah. Okay.
So I went downstairs, and then he comes into the little balcony, and he's like, "Can I?" No. Yeah, he came. No, he went, and then he came downstairs with me, and he's like, "I'm gonna go look in the back." He's like, "Are you sure you cannot show me?" I'm like, "No, I gotta make a phone call." So kept keeping the distance from him. Mm-hmm. Comes back, go upstairs again, and then about 5 minutes, come out and yell, and then he's like, "Hey, can I use your restroom?" I'm like, "Sure, go ahead."
You and your chicken? Okay.
Yeah, him and his chicken.
Okay.
I'm like, "Sure, go ahead, use the restroom." He's like, "Can you show me?" I'm like, "You can find."
Show me?
Yeah, that's me downstairs here, and he's like upstairs.
You're like, yeah, it's the first door on the right. Like
the first door. Yeah.
No,
I was like, it's easy to find. It's not a big
place. It's a unit. It's a one bedroom. Like, give me a break. Okay.
So he goes. This man is inside the bathroom. 10 minutes, 20.
Oh my God! So you're just standing outside,
and I'm standing outside. So
30 minutes. You're standing outside.
All of a sudden, my client calls me. He's like, "Priscilla, what's going on there?"
Wait.
He had cameras everywhere. He's like, "I've been watching. I saw this guy walk in. Did he have a chicken?" I'm like,
yeah, he does.
He does. And he's like, "Is he inside the unit?" He's like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Is this the same investor that wouldn't let you see the dead body?
Yes.
Oh my God. So I love him.
He's amazing. He's amazing. I was very blessed.
Very blessed, yes, to be so protective.
Yeah. And then he's like, it's like, I've been watching it on the camera.
Were there cameras in the units?
Everywhere. Like in the units, everywhere. Yeah. Outside, because he wants to watch his workers, make sure they're working, and also at night. And Linda Vista at that time, like,
It's better now, but it wasn't always.
It wasn't always.
Correct.
So he's like, he's been there for quite a while.
You're like, I've been standing here for 30 minutes.
I'm like, well, he's been in the bathroom for 30 minutes. I don't know what to do because I'm afraid to go and knock. He's like, "Don't worry, I'm sending 2 of my workers there." So the workers comes in.
How soon after did they get there when you hung up?
Very soon. They were leaving because they were already on the way.
Okay, good.
So the workers come in, knock on the door of the bathroom. "Is everything okay?" They were speaking Spanish to the guy. "Is everything okay? What are you doing?" The guy walks out, holding the chicken with one hand, button up his pants and with another, just run out of the condo. They run out after him. and they go after him, but they couldn't catch him. And they're
was his stomach just hurting? Did he just have to go to the bathroom?
I don't know, because I told the guys, I was like, can you guys check the bathroom and see everything?
Did they find anything in there or no?
Not really, no.
Okay.
It was just bizarre.
It was bizarre. And that's bizarre. Why wouldn't you just be like, yeah, sorry, I'm not feeling very well, I'm coming out? Like, why would you just like abruptly run out? Like,
he just did.
So you're outside and here he comes running down the stairs,
putting his pants up, like with one hand, holding the chicken with the other,
and he just runs away. Didn't even look at you or like,
no, nothing.
I'd be like so nervous to go back the next day. I'd be like,
at
least he had cameras. I mean, then if you need to call him, you'd be like, I don't feel comfortable.
And the workers, they were super nice too.
Yeah,
like, oh, we're gonna keep an eye on you.
Yeah,
and he told me, he's like, do not stay here after dark. Like 5 o'clock,
you're out.
Shut everything.
Maybe even 4. Like when daylight savings hits. I mean, even when we do open houses, I'm like 3:45. I'm pitch black by 4 o'clock. You know?
Yes. It's just.
Oh my god.
I know it's.
Oh, Priscilla. Okay, well,
there's a lot more, but
I know. She walked in and she's like, I have so many. I'm like, part 2? I think we're going to need to have you come back. Yeah, I think we need to do that. We're going to play a little game really quick.
All right.
It's 3 rapid fire questions. This might incite a couple other stories. So we'll see, where we're at. Max, how are we doing on time? What time is it? Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. Okay. What is the craziest or pettiest thing that's ever killed or almost killed one of your deals?
I think people's personalities, like
somebody else said ego.
Much ego. Yeah. Sometimes even our own ego.
Yeah, it's true. Like a couple weeks ago, I said this on last episode too. Brandon Wilcox, that was just here. He's like, they wanted to kill the deal for like $600 in termite, and I was like, no, it happens all the time. I tell people almost every episode, like, this happens all the time.
I had one, like a broken wine fridge. There were 5. I'm like, come on, guys.
I will pay.
I'll buy you one.
Here, I just ordered you one on Amazon. A new one is coming. Like, I know it's insane. It's insane.
Like, it's broken.
Mm-hmm. You don't want it. Trust me. I'll buy you a new one as your closing gift.
That's what I said. I'm like, I'll buy. Seriously.
I know.
And my son was like, I don't want you to spend any money. And I'm like, I just want to close this
deal. I appreciate, but you're not going to blow this up for $600. Like, it's not happening. It's not happening. Yeah. Especially when we've worked as long as we have on it. Like, I've had to buy the deal many times. I agree. Yep. Yeah. What is the weirdest situation or thing you've ever walked in on? Is there anything else?
Oh gosh, yes.
So many things.
I mean, I walk into a homeless taking a shower.
You said that a little bit ago, yeah.
I used to work with PGI Investments. They're also flippers.
Oh, yeah.
So I was one of their main listing agents. Okay. And so we had our meeting every Wednesday. We had a sales meeting.
Okay.
The day before, we had to go get updates on the constructions, our listings,
on all the sites and stuff.
Our sites,
yes,
and take pictures to show to the listings.
Sure.
I go into this property by SDSU.
Okay.
Walk in, people were doing drugs. I think meth, because there was fire. No. Like, I don't know. They were. I
don't know either, but I think that is meth.
Like relaxing, like doing drugs. I walk in, like, what the heck?
Were they tenants or it was a construction site?
Oh no, it's a construction site. The house was like under construction.
They're like, what? This is a great place to smoke some crack. It's fine. You're like, no, it's not.
They're like, join us. Oh, I'm like, what? So I turn around like, yes. I'm like,
join us. No, get out. I love that you're the fire one though. You're Brazilian, so you're very much like, get your drugs and get the hell out of here.
Like, get out. What are you doing here?
Join us. Like, they're all just chilling.
Yeah, they were just so high. Like,
oh God.
Join us.
No.
It was good. I'm like, no, get out of here.
Oh my God.
So I call my client. Like, Priscilla, get out of there. Forget about pictures.
Every investor's like, leave the house. You're like, no, I'm not leaving. They need to leave that, I know.
Should I wait for the cops here? He's like, no, go away. I'm like,
drive to the other side. Do not stay there.
The house had nothing, no bathrooms, nothing. It was literally like they brought down to the studs and they were just sitting in the middle of like a construction site doing the.
Wow. Yeah. There you go. This is one that I am interested to know. I mean, you obviously were an attorney in your past life, but if you could be anything other than a real estate agent, what would you be and why?
I've been thinking a lot about this, and I really want to do, like, I love clothes, and I love, I work in the fashion industry with my sister too.
You do?
Well, that's what I
By the way,
here.
you have great style. I've always thought that.
You.
Yeah, I can see that.
So we used to have a bikini company. My parents had the factory in Brazil, and we used to import to the United States. Like, we sold to Nordstrom's and
oh my God,
everywhere.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it turned out she did really good.
Yeah.
And so I love that industry. So,
Definitely.
but I would like to do something where I could give it back to, kind of like Tom Tom.
Yeah. Tom shoes. Yeah.
I came across this charity called the Forgotten Kids. Foster kids that once they turn 18, they're basically on their own.
System, yeah. Or they're not. They're out of the system, yeah, because they're adults.
Yeah. So I would like to do something where like you buy a sweater and then donate one to that. So something like this.
You should do that.
I really want to. So
I love that.
I've been like ChatGPT a lot. Like how can I,
how do you figure this out?
This out. Yeah. I want to do something that make money, but also I can
give a difference.
Give it back. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
I love kids. I mean, you're just your new auntie. Yeah.
I know.
My niece is turning 5. So yes.
Oh, I mean, mine's 5 months old, and I'm like, stop growing, please. Like I got a video.
Better. No.
I know. I'm just like, but I'm not there, and I'm just like, you're growing so fast.
No.
But I'll tell you, I got to see her a week ago, and I walk in, and my sister-in-law puts the car seat on the table, and she's like, look, it's been 3 months. Like sometimes she's weary around people that she hasn't seen, or I don't know if she'll remember. But I was there the week she was born. I held her,
she will not forget you.
She did not. And then I was there a week with her in July. So she is sleeping and she kind of puts the car seat down gently and she starts to wake up and she looks at me and I am smiling ear to ear, but I don't say anything. And she immediately smiles ear to ear, lights up and just like looks at me. And I was like, started crying. Oh my God. I mean, life made.
That was my biggest fear with my niece because she's in Brazil. And I'm like,
we were talking. I was like, mine's all the way in Virginia. You're like, mine's in Brazil. I'm like, okay, you win. Because that's way worse. Like, it sucks. They're so far away. And like, yeah.
I'm telling you, they will not forget you.
She can have anything of mine. She can have all my money, my time. She can have everything. I love her.
Oh, mine too. Yes.
I'm obsessed. She can have anything she wants.
Everything I do is thinking of like, it's for her.
I think about her multiple times every day.
Obsessed.
Me too. I'm obsessed. And like, I know my brother and sister-in-law are going to be like, no, she cannot have anything. Yes, she can.
Now in July next year, I want to go get her and have her spend a month here with me.
Oh,
she was here in June actually.
Was she?
Yeah, Jacka got to meet her.
Oh my God, next time she comes, we should like all go out to lunch or like take her. I would love that. Okay, good.
She's so cute.
All right. Thank you so much for being here. This is fun. Part 2 coming up at some point. Yes. All right, perfect. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks for listening. Behind the Lockbox is produced and edited by Property Showcase Group. If you like this podcast, please share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, or review this podcast. Thanks for your support. See you next week.